Yeah, I wasn't trying to go live. See, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Today's topic, Secret Icks. Let's do some call-ins. Let's provide that number and let me get into why I wasn't trying to go live. Y'all, I don't got that much storage on my computer, let's be real. So when I said I was shooting video and accidentally went live, I went ahead and deleted it because I need y'all to pull up to the real video and it wasn't the full length. So that's it. Let's do some call-ins, right? Let's talk about secret icks that disturb y'all. Let me zoom in on this number and then I'm gonna zoom in on your girl one time. Let me unlock that mug. Here we go. Call-ins. Do y'all know what a secret ick is? Secret ick is kind of like a pet peeve. Zoom in on them, Natalie. A secret ick is kind of like a pet peeve that someone does that you don't most likely care for. So let's see if we got anybody in the chat. No? Cool. Let me start with my secret icks, man. Don't forget, if you call that number, 813-485-5549, that is not my real number. That is a Google Voice number. So don't call and text me confessing your love like it's previously been done on The Fabulous Life of Natalie. But one of my secret icks is that I don't like when people talk really loud on the phone. Have you ever been in like a store? Somebody's behind you and and I'm just like, bruh, I don't like that. B Millie in the building. How you doing? Retrograde's almost over, B Millie. But guys, I'm curious to know what y'all secret icks is. Call the line, drop it in the comment section below. I've seen people pick their feet and touch food. Says B Millie. I don't even know what to say about that. I used to, let me not say hate it's Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday, by the way. I used to despise when I worked at Herbalife. Like, we would make these mega teas, and when I would make it for someone to drink, they would, and I would immediately look at them like, what? And my face be, talking before I do. And they would say, what? I got to smell my food and my drink before I eat it. I don't know. And there was a lot of people like that. Are y'all like that? Let me know in the comment section below. Do y'all got to smell y'all's food and drinks before you eat and drink it? Every rip? That's new to me, bruh. They called you a hotline on the hotline bling. Boy, they call me all the time. They call me and text me like, girl, I've been watching you for a while. I think you so fine. And I'm just like, I'm married. You feel me? I'm married. People who have their whole off subject conversation while checking out. People who have a whole off subject conversation while checking out. What do you mean though, B Millie? Like, I went to Aldi's the other day. I was just trying to get some garlic bread. And the old lady next to me was like, I don't like this organic bread here. And I was like, oh, you don't? She was like, no, I usually get a different one. And I was like, oh, yeah. And she was like, yeah. This one has to go in the refrigerator. And I was like, word? Is that what you're talking about, B Millie? I don't know, guys. What else ick makes me ick? I feel like with me, I'm naturally a person who talks really fast. I do everything really fast. So if I find my polar opposite that does everything slow, walk slow, talk slow, clap slow, it kind of makes me low-key ick. Like, bruh, come on, I always say, hey, can you catch up to my speed? I'll smell food. That needs aroma like ribs. Yeah, these people were like, if I made a drink, because my job was to like get people to come in the shop, and I'm like, try this drink real fast. And I would make it real fast, and they would say, hold on, I got a drink right here, bro. They would say, and I would look at them like, what? And they'd be like, what? I gotta smell everything. I don't know, bro. That's kind of weird to me. They could have been holding the phone of dead air and talking about buying slippers they seen 2 weeks ago. They could be holding the phone of dead air. Yeah, I feel what you're saying, B Millie. B Millie in the building, boy. What else makes y'all ick? What is something that someone does that makes you like question, why are you doing that? Happy Sunday, y'all. I wasn't expecting to go live today. Like I said, I accidentally went live, tried to make a video from my computer, and I had some likes on the video, and I had some comments like, did you end your live stream early, Natalie? I said, let me just think of something real fast to go live. Appreciate you guys being here. You already know what to do. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if what? If y'all gonna come back, right? They could be holding, okay. They could be holding the phone. I'm tripping. Talking about who got cheated on while a cart full of groceries instead of putting them on a hold 2 minutes. I feel you. Oh, you know what else I can't stand, Big Melly? I cannot stand when, bro, what was I going? ADHD, my name is Natalie. Fuck, I forgot what I was going. I do know that one day I was at work. Oh, that's where I was going. Let me do part 1, part 2. I told you my mind go fast. I really despise this, for real. I'm trying not to say hate. I despise when I go in a store and people don't greet me really fast. I hate when I go in a store, like we got Publix here. I hate when I go in Publix and so there's someone, the grocery store, right? Someone's cashing me out. He doesn't greet me, and he has a bagger. And then the cashier and the bagger are talking the whole entire time. And then they look at me like, oh yeah, 1558. And I'm just like, what the hell? I think that's so rude to me. Tony, how you doing? Letting the ads play. Yes. Let them ads play. So I hate when like I go into a store and the cashier and the bagger are talking the whole entire time and no one acknowledges me. That makes me ick. That low-key makes me mad. I've gotten mad over it before because I feel it. You guys might have a personal relationship, but I am the customer. And I'm not saying like I'm the paying customer, but it's just takes... I don't even think I would be mad if one of the people said, hey, how are you doing today? It's like I'm in y'all's way. I'm disturbing y'all. I'm corrupting y'all's peace. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know, guys, but what makes y'all ick? Hotline is open, 813-485-5549. But I also don't really like when I was at work one day and I heard these two women I've never had a conversation with talking like, you mess with so-and-so? She was like, yeah. And the other girl was like, don't he have a girlfriend? And she said, I don't care. What in the world, bruh? I don't know, man. I think the world, I really think the world, I don't want to say is ending, but I think the lack of empathy is wild to me, bruh. I feel like we should be mad at the store for not providing enough to the workers. What do you mean? What are they not providing, Tony? Let me know. What are the stores not providing? Like training? I think that's just a common courtesy. I've been in other stores. It doesn't have to be Publix. It could be any store. Here lately, I don't know if this has to do with my manager background, but I just really despise when I go in a store and people don't stop to greet me. Like, obviously, it depends on the store. If I go inside of a gas station and I go in, I feel like if I'm at the counter, someone should say, hi, ma'am, how are you doing? But, you know, to each their own, because now I'm starting to realize that they don't even give you your price anymore. Now, here lately, I've been going inside stores and nobody tells me how much the price is. So B. Millie said enough money to care, but that's just the world, bruh. I don't, you know what? Tony, give me a second, boy. Give me a second, Tony. I got you. B. Millie says, Tony, they're adults. They choose their careers. Exactly. Tony said, not what the job report says, Millie. So, like, if they're not choosing their careers, Tony, who's choosing their careers for them? Let me know in the comments. Tony, I feel like you need to call in and talk. I feel like you got to let off some steam. Call that hotline, 813-485-5549. Why do you think the job reports say that that's not enough? They don't get paid enough money to care. At the end of the day, I think it's all choices. You feel me? If you choose to work at a grocery store or wherever where you feel like you're not making enough money, I feel like you should use that as a temporary step and not stay there forever. You feel me? Like, what's stopping you from going to school? What's stopping you from starting your own business? I feel like you made that choice to originally get that job. I don't think based off of whatever that should stop you. I made a short about it a minute ago, man. I talked about in this short how I've always been a hard worker. In my opinion, I've always heard it from managers, right? I started off as a crew member at McDonald's back in the day, making $6. But that didn't stop me from being a manager, you feel me? And I just feel like work ethic. Just because I'm making $6 doesn't mean I'm not going to do A, B, C, D. I feel like you should not work your wage because you're hindering your team. I feel like jobs like McDonald's are teamwork. And if you have someone who's just like, got a call coming in, guys. Hold on 1 second.
Call from Anna.
Anna, hold on 1 second, boo. How are you doing?
Good.
Hold on 1 second. Let me drop this music down. Oh, hold on, Anna. I'm messing up, girl. You know, you can't give me too many responsibilities. Anna in the building, hands to the ceiling. What's going on, Anna?
I was calling about the topic.
Say it again, girl. Hold on. It's me. What'd you say?
I'm talking. I've been talking to you.
Who's calling?
I was talking about the topic.
The topic? So, something that makes you ick? What you got? What makes you ick?
I was gonna say that people should choose their own careers because if they're old enough to choose their career, they should choose it.
Facts. I feel where you're coming from. I just don't think like if I choose to work at McDonald's, right, that I can be mean to customers because I feel like, well, I don't like my job. I feel like, I don't know. I think I'm different though, man. I feel like that you choose your career. Like no one held anything to you unwillingly for you to get a job. And just because you're making $5 an hour doesn't, to me, give the excuse of treating people your wage. I don't know. Maybe I think, you know, some days I think I'm an alien. I don't know. What else you got? Anything else?
No.
That's all you got? How's your day, though? Happy Sunday, by the way.
Good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for calling, Anna. It means a lot. You're always the first caller. You're a thug. I say Anna's a thug. Thank you for calling, Anna.
Thanks.
Hang up for me because I don't know how to hang up. Boom. Shaka laka. Yeah, Anna said that she doesn't think it makes a difference. Y'all, let me read this chat. I see it's like... Y'all already know what to do. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. Only if what? Only if y'all gonna come back. All right, guys, hold on, because this chat is active and I'm using my phone. Appreciate y'all being here today. All right, guys, let me scroll up. When the deli and bakery department have anonymity and they all have decided not to greet someone. Exactly. Wow. When did that happen? I think it's this generation that we're in now, B. Millie. I feel like we should be mad at the store for not oh, I didn't see that part, B. Millie. But I see you, Tony. We talked about that, but let me say it again. Tony says, I feel like we should be mad at the store for not providing enough to their workers. And Anna said, hey, Natalie, enough money to care. But like you made that decision. I feel like when you sign up for a job, right? Then I'm going to get back into the chat, y'all. You know, let me cook now. Let me cook. Let me zoom in on y'all. Zoom in on them. Hold on. Let me zoom in on y'all. When you decide to work a job, when they say you're hired, you're going to make $10 an hour. I feel like that $10 an hour should not be like, I don't get paid enough money to greet people. I'm only making $10 an hour. I think at the end of the day, you choose if you want to move up with a company or stay where you are. Everything in life is a choice. So if you choose not to greet customers, are you expected to get promoted eventually? You're happy with the $10 an hour then. Everything's a choice. I don't think whatever the minimum wage is or the wage, I don't think that factors in how you treat people, bruh. At least it never has for me. Back to the chat, guys. Enough money to care. Do something else. Sounds like healthcare. If besides manner isn't there, bedside manner isn't there, why did you choose this profession? Said Billy. B. Millie, why did you choose this profession? And I'm 100% in on that, bruh. Sorry, most grocery store clerks sell their t-shirts on Etsy and cut grass. Like, life is not, let me tell y'all something. Life is not made to be on easy mode, bruh. I feel like if you're getting a job, you're not satisfied with the hours or how much you're making per hour, then you need to come up with a game plan. You're not made to stay stuck on a level, right? You're not made to make $10 an hour and get those little 25, 50 cents incentives. If you're unsatisfied with $10 an hour, then do something. All right, let's get back. Y'all going back and forth. Money stopping you from starting them things. But like, then what are you going to do? Tony, call the number, bruh. Tony, I think we need to talk. Tony Montana. Call the number, bruh. All right, Millie. But even sharecroppers struggled. B. Millie says, I used to have adults mad. I could spend my little check and they had families. Do something. We are in our crazy time. Look. Shit, boy, I keep putting my phone down, picking it up, and putting it down and picking it up. But let me tell y'all what I'm trying to say. Let me read this chat and then we get in here. All right, Anna, thank you for calling, okay? I have a 96-year-old grandmother. She's prepared my father. My father prepared me. That's wonderful, Millie. Sometimes preparing isn't enough for something. Get sick and no insurance, you in debt. You need a new car, you in debt. You have a child, you're hoping for them taxes write-offs. B. Millie, call. Thank you. Golly, let's y'all going back and forth, and I'm just trying to listen. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. We was not talking about this topic, but it is a good topic. We were talking about things that make you ick. What is something that someone does that drives you a little bit crazy? I said, I don't like when I go inside of a store and they have like a bagger, a cashier and a bagger, and they talk the whole entire time as though I'm not there. And then Tony said, well, they don't get paid enough to care. What? Why are you there then, bruh? Find another option. B. Millie, I'm waiting on you to call. Come on. I will in a little bit. I got to go to the store real quick. Boy, y'all on the bull. B. Millie said with a real life in the news story. I just feel like you have a child, you're hoping. I just feel like if you don't like your job, bro, like look at me, look at me, look at me. Prime example. Prime example. I work in Amazon. I hate it. I'm on night shift. I hate it. What am I going to do? Just be there? All right, I think B. Millie's calling y'all. Give me a second. B. Millie, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Call from B. Millie.
B. Millie in the building.
Hello, am I live? Can you hear me?
Let me make sure, girl. You sound all educated. Hold on. Let me get right now. Hold on, B. Millie. Hold on. It's a call from B. Millie. Go ahead. You're good, girl.
Oh,
welcome in.
Okay, I'm going to give a prime example that's in the news currently, entertainment news at that. I think stated myself in the chat. I'm class of 03, meaning I'm 40 years old this year. 40 years old.
B. Millie.
Yes.
Hold on. It sounds kind of glitchy. Hold on. I don't know if it's you or if it's me, okay? Give me a second. Let me turn this down.
I got time.
Yes. Talk to him. All right, let's go.
Okay, you hear me good?
So it's kind of like scratchy, but I can hear you. But still say what you want to say.
Okay, I'm going to sit in one spot. I have an entertainer by the name of Kevin McCall. That's in the news right now. He worked with Chris Brown, meaning that at the height of his career, he was worth a few millions. Keyword, millions. Meaning that he had the access to the industry and network that he could use those millions to invest in other areas of his art that could prolong him to the future. A tale as old as time in the music industry. They're going to get used, abused, or all crazy on your way out. That's been since 1920, 1930 before us. Every unsung story in Hollywood. Today, he is making rounds to the media, of course, suing for money that he doesn't have now. He has to sit on that. So he was a millionaire. What people owed him didn't quite matter because he had it in his pocket. But now that he only qualifies for an EBT card after giving up his parental rights, he had a child with Eva Marcille, and paying child support, he had nothing further to sustain past music. He wants to work with him. He has mental issues, and he can't seem to get back up to speed without earning bridges. So now the entertainer, Chris Brown, we all know him. Chris Brown has art. He has music. He has, again, clothing. He has NFTs. He has an expanded portfolio, although they were both around worth the same at the height of his career. So what is it to another man, as Chris stated? You burned your bridges. I can walk across mine, even though he had a very public debacle, with Rihanna.
Right.
But at the end of the day, that man and knew that his album sales are probably going to be lower, but his tour sales are going to be up.
Right.
So he started charging people $1,000 a face, a fan, to make extra money during his shows. He had to expound on other ways to bring in income. So we literally have two men. Again, McCall is the same age as me, and I remember the height of his career. He's the type of man who would walk into the room and tell you about yourself because he had money. Now this same man will come into the room and cower his face because he can't be seen because he only feels important with money. He's not He's a shell of a man. He's of a person because he has nothing to offer another that can gain him revenue. He can't even get a factory job because he feels it is beneath him. Yeah, he can net in a couple $1,000s with overtime. meaning he can produce money to bring into his household. He's
Yeah, let me pause you
choosing to
though.
do
Let
it.
me pause you. I appreciate you calling. Tony's saying that he can barely hear you. He can only hear about 40% of what you're saying. Um,
I can't help that, Tony. I'm talking slow. I am enunciating and using diction. So if that can't be picked up on, sorry for you.
do me a favor
You
and
can
just
read the chat.
I'm not trying to cut you off. Just repeat to me because he's like, why is she referencing Chris Brown? So in a nutshell,
Because tell him I went to school with Kevin McCall. So
so
while
she's
he entered the music industry, making millions by the time we were school age, I did it the other way and went to community college, transferred to university, and used
mhm.
my education to open my assisted living facility,
You're
meaning
good.
that mhm,
I
I
can
knew
hear
the
you better
baby
now.
boomer population. I knew the baby boomer population was coming, and
Hmm.
they're only going to get older. So I chose a career that could sustain me for the rest of my life, knowing that I would have millions potentially of clientele to choose from simply because I chose something new was going to be an asset and need in the world, in the community, no matter where I go. So
Right,
we all have a choice of
right,
what we choose to do, and anything else, you got to put your bootstraps on and get it. And let's
right.
just be honest, I'm considered the lowest on the totem pole in
Hmm.
America's eyes.
Right.
So if I've never had an excuse to take that and use that as my shield, to each their own, to each their own. And that's the
Facts.
end of my call. And Tony said he was going to the store, so he just wanted to be an asshole saying he can't hear me. So
No,
let's
I
just
hear
be
you
real
better
about it.
now. I hear you better
Okay.
now. I do hear you better
Okay.
now, but I understand what you're
So,
coming from.
Tony, if you want to hear the rest, Tony, you go back on the replay for whatever you missed, a 3 minute period. But
He said
either way,
Millie
I'm stating,
sounds bothered. I still don't get where Chris Brown fits in. Just say it one more time, Millie, please. If you got 3 minutes,
okay,
just for your
I
girl.
went
Me,
to
I'm your
school.
girl.
I'm saying it to Natalie.
Thank
I
you.
went to school with Kevin McCall, who
Mhm.
worked with Chris Brown. I just compared two men with the same background, the same talent, and what both decided to do differently with their careers and money based
Mhm.
on the controversy they were in. That is it. That is all. So that
Facts.
is my connection to Chris Brown because I was able to actually meet him through my old classmate.
Mhm. Appreciate you calling me,
Do
Millie.
you
Thank
hear
you
me
for
now?
taking the. Yeah, I hear you clear.
Thank
Can
you,
you hear?
Natalie. I'm feeling chat. All right. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
love you. Thank you for calling. Okay, I appreciate you,
Love
man.
you
I
too.
understand where you're coming from. All right, guys, let me get my setup back. All right, we back. We back. We back. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let me get the. You feel me? The doom doom doom. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Tony, did you understand where she was coming from at the end? She said she went to school with one of them, and she's basically saying how. I hope I'm not misquoting her. How two people who had a career, one could have fumbled the bag, meaning Chris Brown could have, went the opposite way with the whole issue over Rihanna. At the end of the day, everybody has choices. And a choice of you making, in my opinion, this is my words, not B. Millie, but everybody has a choice. Just because no one held anything to you, blah, 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 to make you get any job. And just because you're in that situation doesn't have to necessarily be a lifetime situation. You feel me? You start off making $10 an hour. If you realize $10 an hour isn't enough to survive, what's stopping you from doing something else? Just like me, I work night shift. Mostly because of the audio. Yeah, it was better at the end. Yeah, she got better at the end. I appreciate you calling, B. Millie. And I appreciate you calling. And my husband owns the security firm. We good. We good over here. We good over here. But back to my situation of the matter. I work at Amazon. I've been in Amazon for 6 years. I could have chose to get promoted. I've been offered positions to get promoted, and I declined them only solely because I want to do this. This is my heart's desire, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, I'm making two incomes. I'm making what, $24 an hour in Tampa. That to me, it ain't nothing. Everybody has a choice, and I would never say just because I make $24 an hour, oh, they're going to get the lowest form of Natalie. I go in every day and give my all, man. I don't think really money has anything to do with it. It shows your demeanor, I think. I think like me working at McDonald's, starting off making $6 an hour, I wind up being promoted to the point where I resigned, but I resigned on being a store manager in training. I was about to have my own store. So like to me, it feels good to me to say, I started at $6. Now look at me, I'm about to be a GM. So realistically, I can't allow that $6 to treat any employee bad, customer bad. At the end of the day, it's all about, maybe it's just the way I was raised. I don't know, man. Tony, you go to that store yet though? Can we talk about Girthy in the building? Thank you for pulling up. Today's originally topic was, Girthy, what is something that makes you ick? What is something that someone does that you can't really stand? Let me read into this comments, guys. I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all already know what to dizzy do. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I'm not bothered, Millie. I literally couldn't hear you. Tony says, B. Millie, you can neg, but the internet, not life. Right, bruh? So Millie is bothered. No one's bothered. It's a debate of ideas, not life. Natalie, what's up? What's up, Girthy? I respect your ideas and drive, Millie. I just don't hear most of your concerns and ideas. We get that men like Tone in our program often who argue with men about upward mobility. And if the internet, I don't have to prove anything. You work for minimum wage, create a BBQ chart and personalize your own burger. Exactly. I'm not there. I can just call while shopping. All right, homie. At the end of the day, though, Tony, I just want you to take away from this. Like, I don't like to make excuses. I really don't. There was a time in my life where I was training people. Some people like to make excuses for everything. Long story short, when I was on my weight loss journey, I was training. I brought these ladies in from Amazon. They didn't really want to work out, bro. They really wanted to see what Natalie was doing outside the clock. Anywho, signed up to work out. I said, we're about to do 15 jumping jacks, right? I got ready to count. You know what they said? I said 1, 2. They said, oh, you ain't going to start from 15. They didn't want to work out because they thought I was going to start at 15. You're doing it wrong. At the end of the day, 15 is what? 15 is 15, right? If you're going to work out, if you start at 1, if you start at 15, 14, 13, at the end of the day, it's going to burn the same amount of calories. Choose your decision, bruh. Are you tripping about what? I mean, I felt like we both, at the end of the day, I don't know. I feel like some men don't like to hear women. So I don't know. I'm not saying you're one of those people, Tony, but I don't let stuff make an excuse for me, bruh. I don't let stuff make an excuse for me. You know, when I started YouTube, people would tell me, you ain't going to be successful. In my eyes, I'm successful. At the end of the day, I don't let stuff hinder me. Like, there's a lot of things that people wouldn't expect me. Like, why are you wearing a hat? That's unladylike. You feel me? I don't let stuff stop me from doing what I'm doing. I just don't think at the end of the day, you should allow your performance at your job be by what amount of money you bring home per hour. If your mind's on that, I feel like you're going to be stuck making low money the rest of your life, bruh. Billy, make sure y'all like, man. Do y'all have something that makes y'all ick? That's why we're here. B Millie, retrograde's almost over in real life. What else makes me ick? Let me think. I'm trying to think for you. I got me all sidetracked. Number one was really like I'm going inside of a public setting and I don't get greeted. Publix, if the greeter and the bagger are talking to each other and no one acknowledges me. If I'm in a line and somebody behind me is on the phone and they make me know everything they're talking about. The Itchy and Scratchy show. Oh my God. Ooh, yes, B Millie. B Millie said, being poor is hard. Being rich is hard. Choose your hard. I like that, bruh. That is facts, though. You got to choose your hard, bro. You can't keep making excuses. Like, let's say it. Like, I'm going to say this. I had a conversation before with this guy. You can't blame everything on the norm, but a lot of things I feel is expected. Like, we talked about one day how, this is for instance, if my mom was on EBT, right? If my grandma was on EBT, right? What would I expect to be on? I would expect to be on EBT. And it's up to me. It's up to me to choose if I'm going to be on EBT or not. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like the same choices pertain to life. If you start off on a rocky start, you making just $10 an hour, I think you have to somewhat, if you feel like it's not enough for you, bro, you have to make some unnecessary decisions. Like, am I going to stay working at this job for how long? I'm going to have to go to school. How long? I'm going to have to pick a career. What? How long? You can't allow certain things to hinder you. But like I said, I think I'm a different breed of person. Y'all got y'all's minds closed. Your mind's closed, bruh. What do you mean? How are our minds closed? Because you feel like if you're sign up for a job, that's not a choice. How did you pick the job? How did you find the job? What made you interested in the job, right? Fast forward. Store manager says, Tony, you hired. You're making $10 an hour. You still say, okay, let me sign my W-2 forms, right? But yet you're saying you have no choice and you got that job. Where does that add up at, bruh? It sounds like you don't want to take accountability, Tony. Tony, you don't have to prove anything. Well, anything. You will get the next to give the next. Hold on, let me start over. This is me. Tony, you don't have to prove anything. You will get next to a together woman and try to make her down. Like, facts, man. You'll try to control the next woman who wants to better herself because you blame everything on excuses, bruh. Guys, welcome in to Petty Hour Sunday. I did not expect to go live today. Today's topic is, what is something that makes you ick? You know what makes Tony ick? He's in the chat. Make sure y'all say hi to Tony, y'all. Tony don't like to feel like he is pressured to get a minimum wage job when it doesn't pay enough, and he feels like he can blame it on society. I don't even know how to word it the right way, y'all, but that's how he feels. Tony, okay, we talked about it. We can take it with us. No one is above the other, even myself. Yeah, I feel you 100%, B. Millie. Well, guys, I don't know how long we're going to continue this live stream. Tony, no disrespect, bro. I just don't agree with you. I mean, it doesn't make me not like you. I feel like in life, it is completely impossible to agree with 100% of what somebody says. I just personally feel like if you are aware that the job you're at isn't making enough money for you to get by. Like, what's stopping you from getting two jobs? I get it. Nobody in their right mind wants to work. Nobody wants to work two jobs. You feel me? Who goes in like, yeah, I want to work two jobs? No one feels that way. But I just feel as though you're gonna have to do something different, or you're gonna be stuck in that $10 an hour job. Because the one thing I've learned about life, being 39 years old, boy, life go by fast. You do not want to be at that $10 an hour job for 5 years, 10 years down the road when you could have made an able mind decision to leave. Natalie. They stash next time out, Stash. Oh my God. Stash, they timed you out, bruh. Nightbot did, man. I don't know what you said, but I appreciate you being here, man. I'm sorry they timed you out. I know it wasn't anything disrespectful. Natalie, I have a cousin in a musty basement talking about free. I don't understand what they mean by free thinking, though. Challenge for us all. Take a natural and literal and figuratively try to make a literal dollar, and repeat. I think everybody has choices. B. Millie, I'm going to be real. I feel like in life, we all have choices. We can make a right turn, we can make a left turn, or we can detour. I feel like if you're unsatisfied with anything, we all can make a decision unless something's mentally stopping you from providing, like your elevator just won't go. You feel me? Won't go up. I feel like that is a unrational, I don't want to say comment or decision, but I feel like you're not stuck at doing anything. Like, unless someone has something, you feel me, pure pointed to you. I feel like we all can make rational decisions. People who can make rational decisions. Now, then I want to ask you, like, what's for someone who cannot? I expect that for someone who cannot, but like minorities, I'm a minority, bruh, and I feel as though I'm not going to just stop and be somewhere where I don't want to be if it's stopping me from providing. By what point is it considered a choice? Stash, it's cool, Nat, with the stacks. LOL, would you? Why am I saying LOL out loud? Would you say, Stash, for Nightbot for you make Nightbot glitch? What'd you say to Nightbot? Free thinking equals going against the establishment, living in the system. Yeah, that's not me, boy. That ain't me, boy. Stash, tonight's topic. I wasn't trying to go live. I wasn't trying to piggyback off of you. I was shooting a video and I want to save my storage. And I went live on an accident. But I said, let me go live because some people were checking in on me. I want to know, Stash, you can call in if you want to. What is something that makes you ick? What is something that you don't like? Like, I use the example of, I don't like when I go inside of a store and the cashier and the bagger are talking the whole time and ignoring me. I just said Nat with the stacks with a different... He said, oh, I got you, Stash. Easy one. I said, oh, my goodness. I just said, now, I don't know, bro. You know, it be glitching sometimes. But, Stash, you got any things that make you ick? Can we do confessions next live? What's stopping you from doing it this live? If you're going to be on here like, I like you, I'm going to be real, Sammy. I'm a 39-year-old woman. I'm married. I have 2 teenagers. Like, I like philosophical topics. So, like, I don't know about the confessions. B. Millie says, I encourage everyone in the chat to do their self-care tonight, even if you clip your toenails, soak them in T or Hey, I've been doing this face routine the last couple weeks, and I think it's making me look younger, B Millie. Self-care first. I think you're absolutely right. Do your self-care, but I also think, man, a lot of people need to go over to that mirror and look at themselves in the mirror and say, I love me. I love me. So when you love you, guess what? You're not going to settle for no bull, bruh. At least I'm not. Okay, call in today, Sammy. Come on, lines are available. I'm over here talking to myself a little bit. 813-485-5549. Let me tell you, Sammy, exclusively. Let me look at you and your pupils. This is not my real number. After this live goes down, this is a Google Voice number, so please do not text me. I love you. I've been loving you. It's not my real number, okay? So just, viewer discretion is advised. You feel me? I'm getting on the train. If you still live when I get off, I'm going to call in. All right, son? Be safe out there, B. Have a safe trip. I know what it'd be like in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long I'm going to be on. I've already been on here for a little minute. B. Millie, I appreciate you calling in, bruh. It means a lot, for real, for real. Yeah, I feel exactly where you're coming from, though, too, just so you know. But, guys, we're going to give it a little bit. If no one calls in, I'm going to end the live stream. I'm kind of hungry. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of hungry. I don't know what happened to Tony. Tony must have went to the store, man. Tony must have went to the store. What you want to avoid these audio issues like me. All right, guys, we're going to give it a few more minutes, and then we're going to dip out. I appreciate you guys pulling up on the replay, gang. I'm starting to get in my bag on these lives, bruh. I'm really messing with these things, boy. What is something that makes you ick? I've already expressed it, but what really used to make me ick was like in high school. It was like a small city, but like everybody went to this high school, right? So when the bell would ring, I really hated when people would walk slow in front of me, bruh. That's still one of my biggest pet peeves is like people walking slow or, oh my God, I didn't even talk about what makes me ick on this level. I hate when women or men, I hate being stared at. I hate when people stare at me. That really makes me ick because it's like, what's stopping you from walking over to me and saying whatever? Like, I just don't ever think it's an excuse to stare at somebody. And like, I've talked about this previously on the Petty Hour, but from as far as I can tell, men think it's okay to stare at women. Well, I think you're cute. So, like, you thinking I'm cute, how does that benefit me? What does that do for me? You staring at me and you think I'm cute. What gratifications does that give me? And then people say, well, you're live. You show your face. I don't want y'all to like stare at me like in amazement. Ugh, I don't want y'all to do that. That's just disrespectful, I feel like, bruh. Always on the head of the pillow too. Facts. People who sit on their beds with outside clothes. Facts. Elliot, welcome to the Petty Hour. I agree with you. What makes me is when people lie to me. Me too, bruh. You know what I hate too? Elliot, we're doing call-ins. You want to call in? Nah, I'm okay, man. I like to do one sitting. I don't like being interrupted. So I can't leave and come back. Girthy. I hate when people lie to me and I know they're lying. You know how you could tell like when you could feel like someone's lying? Or like it's like, okay, for example, like if you have to be slightly confrontational over something someone did, Like, for example, I know I keep saying for example, like I had that roommate that keyed my bedroom door to come in. And when I had that conversation with her, like, why did you do that? You feel what I'm saying? Like we have two bathrooms. Why did you key in? She was like, well, I had to use the bathroom. I'm like, we have another bathroom. You know what I'm saying? So it was like when you see and feel that they're lying, that really irritates me. And it's like I can like say to myself, I could say to myself, like, man, I rehearse in my head what I'm gonna say to you. You feel me? I rehearse in my head what I'm gonna say to you, but if I feel like you you're lying, I know you're lying. Whatever I done rehearsed in my head then went out the window. You feel what I'm saying? So I really don't like that. Yeah. When people feel like they have to lie about anything, I feel you 1000% girthy. I don't like that, bruh. And I think it's because like with me, I don't know if it's the same thing with you, girthy. With me, I feel like I'm very authentic. I don't have reasons to lie. You feel me? I don't have anything to hide. Like I got on live yesterday. Somebody was like, oh, you don't have a 19-year-old. You're lying. If all the things to lie about, you think I'm gonna waste my lie online about having a 19-year-old kid? Okay, money, we doing call-ins. You gonna call in? I had a camera up once, zoomed into a license plate that passed. Folks saying they haven't been. What? I had a camera up once, zoomed into license plates that passed. Folks saying they hadn't been by my house in months. What? Yeah, give me 1 second. I gotta cut this air off. Can y'all give me a second? I'm gonna run a commercial break. All right? Don't leave now. I look younger. I appreciate that, man. Hold on, let me cut this air down. Give me 1 second.
Confidence isn't magic, it's a muscle. And just like any muscle, you can train it. My new ebook, Confidence is a Muscle and Mind Stay Flex, is on sale now for only $12. Inside, you'll build your voice. Confidence isn't magic, it's a muscle. And just like any muscle, you can train it. My new ebook, Confidence is a Muscle and Mind Stay Flex, is on sale now for only $12. Inside, you'll build your voice.
I'm back. Hey, money, you gonna call? What you mean though, B Millie? Like you had it on your house, like people were lying that they were going by your house with the license plates? What do you mean? Essentially, they drove by various times of days, but masked it as not being around since Oh, they on the bull. They out there lying. Dang, boy. That's how they be, boy. And I think, I'm gonna be honest, like, I talked about it a little bit. I think that's why, like, I attract both females and males, right? I'm not proud of it, but it happens, right? And I think it's because a lot of people say I'm real. You feel me? You can feel how real I am. And I just think, like, what's stopping people from being real? To me, I'm comfortable being who I am, and I've came to terms, me being a 39-year-old grown woman, that not everybody's gonna like me. I'm gonna be who I am, boy. I'm not gonna filter who I am for nobody. I feel like at the end of the day, if you don't like me, I'm not gonna pretend to be someone for you to like. I can just be me. Chip, I don't know what you said, cuz, but I appreciate you pull it up. Hopefully it wasn't disrespectful. I don't live in the city, and you have to use an access road. You don't accidentally end up on my. Oh, I feel what you're saying 1000%. Dang, bruh. B Millie in the building. B Millie, what you think about retrograde almost over? That stuff been hitting me hard, man. Retrograde hit me hard this I was gonna say trimester. Retrograde hit me hard this trimester. Let me tell y'all real fast, because I don't really have anything else to talk about. Like we're taking call-ins about what makes you ick. Let me tell y'all this crazy dream I had last night, boy. The dream I had last night, I had a dream that that I had a baby, bruh, at home. A boy. I have 2 girls. I don't know, bro. I don't know where. I think the dream came from. I had this. We watched this movie before we went to bed where a lady was going around and stealing babies. But like I could see this. Oh my goodness! Like I don't want. I don't even want any more kids. But like, but so visual. The baby was like the same skin tone as me, and he had like curly hair. I don't even know. But I woke up like, this is a dream. 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 Oh my God. I don't live in the city. Okay, not everyone has their own personality or character. I feel that 1000%. I'm silly, serious, and I will pitch a projector screen in the park. Just watch it. Just watch it, baby. Sounds like me, B. Billy. I'm really serious. A baby in a dream, hopefully, no family distress or needs foster care. Is that what that means? I birthed a baby, bruh. I birthed a baby. I don't know. I don't know where it came from. I don't know, but I did watch a movie before I went to bed, and the lady was going around stealing babies. I don't know, man. It seemed really vivid. Like I said, the baby had my skin tone, curly hair, and I knew he was a boy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Never had no dream like that though. I never had no dream like that. And I've been taking my magnesium lately. And yeah, I know like magnesium is good for like REM sleep, so the deep sleep. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up, man. It took me out though. Guys, we're still taking call-ins. What is something that makes you ick? Call the line and let me know. I'm pushing beyond my 45-minute computer streams. Hotline is 813-485-5549. If you have anything that makes you ick, people, what does that mean? Because people might not know what that means. Like to me, it's like a pet peeve. What is something someone does that you can't stand, right? You want to call and talk about it? Lines are open. Yes, I'm trying some tonight on my feet. Magnesium cream on your feet. I don't use the cream, but I've heard of it, and the flakes too. But it's really good. I'm sure you know. It's good for sleep. It's really good for REM sleep. But guys, I don't know what else y'all want me to talk about, bruh. Sheesh. I'm supposed to go live tomorrow in real life. B. Millie, what's your Thanksgiving look like? Are you cooking? If so, what are you cooking? Are you going somewhere? I'm hungry, y'all. I'm hungry. Ick is saying like I talk white. In year 2025, I've been in Toastmasters since 16 and have I had 16 after teacher suggested I'm having a Friendsgiving for the community. Oh, look at you. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that too about you talk white and then my name being Natalie. So whenever I would call previously, growing up to get a job, it's been times where I've been like, I show up like, hey, I'm Natalie. I called you on the phone. And they look at, because I'm from Kentucky. They look at me like, are you the same? That name Natalie took them from our alley oop. And then the way I talk, yeah, I used to hear that all the time. I still hear it. Like, you talk white. Or, you don't look like your voice matches you. I get that sometimes too. I have a church hall rented through years ending for the feed. Oh, look at you. I'm setting it up home style, just not. Oh, I feel you. I feel you. What y'all laughing about in the chat? Y'all laughing at me or what? Are you the Natalie who called on the phone? Thanksgiving, we're cooking. I don't even know if I'm working, y'all. I'm gonna be real. I thought I was working, but Amazon has a for its workers, called A to Z. And when I checked it, it initially shows, what days you work. And I'm supposed to work on Thursday, but it was whited out like I was off. So if I don't have to be in that mug, I'm going to be off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Don't know what to do with myself. Then it's paid for. So, right. I feel you, P. Billy. Like growing up though, like to be real, I think I speak this way also because I'm not going to lie. Like growing up, I lived in the hood and we moved over to Indiana when I was in the fourth grade. We moved from the hood to like a middle class area. But not only that, like me really thinking about it, my parents both talk very educated. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'll say it like in a joking manner, like, I'm gonna be off that mug. But that's not really how I talk. I just say it just to, you feel me? Like that's my normal language. But realistically, this is how I really talk. Like some people call me, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, B Millie. They call me, names, like, but it's like this is who I am. I'm going to brine a 2 turkey Popeye. Look at you, my material information. Oh, okay. I got you, B Millie. I got you. I appreciate you keeping this conversation going. We do have some people off in the cut that are not participating, but I appreciate you keeping me alive during this live. And of course, I appreciate you calling. Guys, phone lines are open. Oh, I got you. Your parents are South accents, but West Coast flavored. Yeah. So a lot of people think I'm from like the West Coast. I think it's because I have like a different kind of style. I talk for a living. I do too. But you really talk in real life. But I've always liked talking to people. You feel me? I just like keeping a conversation going. And I think like now it's rare. You feel me? I feel like it's rare. Like if I go up to somebody at work, I don't know, I think everybody now act like they have some kind of social anxiety or something. And so I stick out because I like, even if I'm going to be moved to a station and they're sending somebody home, I'll go over to that person. And maybe I've never had a conversation with them and I just be like, hey, how are you? Are you so and so? I was asked to replace you and have you go up to the desk. And I guess it's too much because people are like, I couldn't kill my dream in a call center. Oh, you worked at a call center before? B Millie? I worked at one too. I got fired though because it was a commission-based job. You're probably aware of it, like St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And that was before I was like comfortable with myself. And you had to reach a certain quota. I remember, bro, I was so irritated because like I was like really shy. But I remember I got my first call like the day before. And I was like, oh my God, dude, like I'm going to seal the deal on my first call. I'm going to get dude to donate. And he said, like, call me back tomorrow. And I was like, oh my, I couldn't wait. Tomorrow, as soon as I got to work, call Jimmy, right? Call Jimmy. I got his number, right? Called Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, this is Natalie. I spoke to you yesterday. He said, F you. I said, what? Why would you say you specifically? He hung up on me, but I'm thinking you specifically asked me to call you today, the following day. Like I had never, got really close to getting people to like donate because I had never done a call center job before. So yeah, Jimmy said F you and hung up on me, man. I could not believe that. And I couldn't keep up with the quota. But like I said, I was like 19. I had never done like a call center job before. Yeah, bruh, it took me out. Now, though, now who I am, I'll be good at it. But I was just really nervous and shy and twisted over my words. It was wild, boy. Jimmy said F you. Jimmy said F you. Jimmy, shame on you, bruh. I couldn't kill my dream to call center. I rollerblade in Cali. I'm another number in the South. A whole car processing and asking if I'm all right. Wow. I never followed a crowd or click, and many can't relate. Facts. Capital One, Barclays. Oh, I got you. Yes, those. There. Yeah. Now I could have done it though, man. I wasn't built for that when I was 19, but now I'll be wanting to some days, I would love to like try a job for a day to see if I could do it. If I could try any job for one day, I would want to see if I can be a waitress. Like a waitress, because I want to see like if it's like a table of 5 people. I want to see if I can remember. She had Coke, she had Pepsi. They probably don't even put Coke and Pepsi together at restaurants, do they? It's either one or the other. I want to see, does she have Coke? She have Sprite? She have Fanta? I want to be, and then like when their food comes out, I want to be able to see if I can remember. I don't know. I just feel like that would be fun for me to try one day. I know it might be hard, but I feel like I want to try it one day just to see if I can do it. Now, I don't want to like do all of the work and say like, you feel me? Like go do a job part time and just quit. I just want to try it can I try it for one day, please? Shit in the building, hands to the ceiling. What's up, Shin? We're talking about things that make us ick. What is something that someone does that you don't necessarily agree with? And then I was just ranting, talking about I've always wanted to be like a waitress to see if I can do it. Like I want to be able to say like, dang, did they have Coke? Did they have Sprite? Okay, bring out the steak and potatoes. She had the steak and the potatoes. She had the chicken. I want to see if I can remember and keep up, bruh. I want a little challenge. You feel what I'm saying? I want a little challenge. Waitresses have zones. And working. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to do it full time, B. Millie. I just want to see if I can do it one day. Yes. I don't want to be a waitress full time. I just want to be like, hey, I want to see if I can do it one day. But you know what looks really hard? Waffle House. The scattered, the plattered, the smothered, the covered. I don't think I could work the grill at Waffle House. I'm going to be real with you. When people talk too much about something they don't know about. Ooh, that's a good one, bruh. That's what gets on my nerves. You only have to be there for a week. For weeks with them. Yeah, I don't want to give them too much of my time, B. Millie. I don't want to give them too much of my time. I just want to be like, hey, I was on the streets. I want to see if y'all need help today. I'm trying to see if I can like learn how to be a waitress. I just need one day. 2 days max, right? You feel me? But Shannon, I know what you're talking about, cuz like I said, when people ask me something I don't know, I'll say, hey, I don't know. And they be like, well, don't you like to talk? I do, but I only want to give you information that I know is the truth. I don't like speaking on things I don't know too much about because I'm going to be lost. Waffle House menus are expensive. I haven't been lately, but B. Millie, I do know when I go to Waffle House though, it's never the same price. I can go to the same location, order the same thing, and no matter what, it's going to be a different price. Why is that? Why yesterday it was $19.48? Why today is it $20.41? And they both put out the tips. Why, like, does it, like, what's going on here, bruh? Make that a challenge before the year ends. what do the waitress things for they I don't know if they gotta don't I have to do the I-9 and stuff before I can actually like I've always wanted to do it. I mean, not really now in my life, but like I like a challenge, bruh. We ain't gonna talk about old boy from earlier. He didn't like a challenge, but like Tony, Tony don't like challenges. But like earlier in my life, like, cause I felt like, I worked at McDonald's for 12 years, on and off. It wasn't like 12 years flat. And I remember when I decided, like, I want to try something different, bruh. And because I don't want to ever be like, I'm only good at McDonald's, right? And I was a manager. They have different departments for the manager. I ultimately left, like I said earlier, being a store manager in training, but I was doing the hiring, I was doing the food costs, and I knew these things like the back of my hand to the point where they were sending me to different locations. You feel me? So I left being a store manager in training. And when I left, I was like, man, I don't want to feel like that's the only thing I'm good at is fast food. So I started doing warehouse work a little bit and they kept promoting me to managers. And then I moved location for pay again. Tony, if you pull up. Tony, Flock, how you doing? And I realized like I do have a gift. I think my gift is leadership. I feel like every job I've had, I've been offered a leadership position. So I like to get better, bigger and better in life, man. Oh, that's just me. Not everybody's like Natalie. Sarah in the building can't send the ceiling. Stay on their ass when they check has to be paid. No dash, man. My daughter was telling me she used to work at Bob Evans. She don't work there no more, but she said that one day that I want to say she was like a host. She had like a whole bunch of different jobs. A host. She had to like roll the silverware and she had to cash people out. It was a lot. And it was only for $13, boy. And she like handled DoorDash for people that would come in. But long story short, she had to cash out the people that was eating in the lobby. And long story short, she didn't cash them out. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you did that. But her drawer wound up being like $40 short, bruh. I don't know. Seems like to me like maybe she hit exact cash, but she said like their debit card didn't go through. I didn't question her, but I like that stuff. You know what I like to do for my free time? Then I'm going to get into the chat, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. What are you on, friend? We just talking. Today's topic was like, what is an ick that someone does that you don't really like? But I like to play DoorDash. Not DoorDash, golly. Diner Dash. It's in the App Store on your phone. And it's when you have like all these customers and you have to make their food different ways, the fastest way as possible. And then they might add a coffee in it. And the coffee might take a little bit of time. But I like that. I like that. I love that game. So that's what inspired me to be like a waitress. And then just at McDonald's, like when I was managing, I would see people would come in and I know like, you do something for a certain amount of time. At least me, I know it's not for everybody, but you would notice like that customer like hot coffee. So let me make them hot coffee, right? And I would start making it ahead of time. And a lot of people would, how'd you know they wanted like hot coffee? I don't think a lot of people pay attention to like details, bruh. Let me read the chat, y'all. Sorry. That game is fire though, isn't it? It is. It's so fun. I haven't played it in a minute. Shit, I haven't played it in a minute. I think the last time I played it is when we had a hurricane last year and I played it. I make music, beats, thumbnails, flyers, posters. Shout out to you, Flop. Oh, what's playing in the background? This is just some automated like YouTube music. I'm gonna be real, bro. I don't got no money to be donating for no real track. I don't got no money at the moment. You're gonna have to catch me when I get my money together. I work from home now. though I set my own hours. Shin, I'm glad you said that because yeah, it's shit's fun, boy. It's addictive. Cause I'm like, oh, I want to get to the next level. But I'm glad you said that. Someone came on earlier when I was on here, and he said that he felt like, cause my ick was work when I hate it when I would go to like Publix, a grocery store that has a cashier and a bagger, right? And when I put my items on the belt, nobody greets me. And he said, well, they don't greet you because they don't get paid enough. So I want to see what you feel about that, Shin. Yeah, come on, Flock, send it. I got my email in the bio. I might be able to put it on here. Don't quote me, though. Give me a second. Let's see if I can type it out for you. Give me a second, bro. Yeah, I'm going to read the rest of the chat. Give me a second. I appreciate y'all being here. If y'all don't mind, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Only if y'all gonna come back. Yeah, I don't know, man. Shoot. I thought I had it on here. Hold on, guys. Hold on one second. Flock, hold on one second. Huh? Oh. Oh, I think this is it. Let's try it again. Yeah, Flock, this is it. My bad, homie. Give me 1 second. My husband came home. I had to run to that little commercial because we don't know what he gonna say. You feel me? Gotta be prepared around here, around this mug. All right, let me see if this works. Okay, yeah. That's it. Yeah, my bad. I'm still here. Let me shrink this down a little bit more. Flock. Flocka! Oh, boom, shakalaka. Look at that. It fits so perfectly right there. All right, there you go, Flocka. That's my email. If you can email me a fire beat. Guys, let me see what you guys are saying. Appreciate y'all being here. Warehouse shops suck. Long hours, BS pay. I agree with you. I'm chilling. I'm working from home. All right, what's playing in the background? I make music beats, thumbnails, flyers. I do my own thumbnails. I hear my thumbnails be fire. I might have to download it again. I'm just reading the chat, y'all. Give me a second. My bad. I'm just trying to catch up. Play a little bit of catch up. I subscribed and hit that like button. I don't go live on Sunday Sports Talk. First mod in the building. Hands to the ceiling. Yeah, everything I buy. My beats corporate. Okay, facts. Shout out to you, bruh. All I wanted to know is if you minded to rate my song. Yeah, I got you. I'll email you back. Screenshot that mug. Oh no, you don't have to pay. I'ma rate you, bro. I used to be in real life. I used to be a DJ in real life. Got caught by ads. Oh, it's working. No, it's not working. It's working. Shan, but what did you think about that? He said, who was on here earlier, he said that it's a trap to work at a minimum wage job. And when you have things such as car payment, insurance, then you can't get out of it. And so B Millie was on here earlier. She probably left. I don't know. But if she did, she's been on here for a minute. Shout out to you, B Millie, for pulling up. She said we both like tag teamed him. Tag team that mug. We were like, it's a choice. You can either be stuck at a minimum wage job for years and think of an exit plan, or you can be stuck there. Everything's a choice. The question was, how do you feel about a guy hopped on here earlier where we're talking about the pet peeve, right? The pet peeve of being at a minimum wage job for, no, that wasn't the pet peeve. Let me start over. The my ick was, I don't like when I go to a grocery store and there was like a cashier and a bagger and they talk to each other the whole entire time and don't say anything to me. And he was like, well, it's not their fault. They don't make enough money, basically saying they don't make enough money to care. So I was like, what do you mean, bruh? Like, it's a choice. Everything in life is a choice. No one held you at a certain point and made you get that job. And just because you don't get paid enough money doesn't mean that you can treat people a certain way. And we just argued back and forth. Like, there's no hard feelings if he comes back. But it's like, are you going to be stuck at that minimum wage job the rest of your life? Because, like, everybody has an exit plan, bro. It could be school. It could be get another job. But, like, you knew when you signed up for that job that, you know what I'm saying, how much you was making. So you making $10, you making 50 cents. That manager said, you're hired. You're going to make this much. It's up to you if you want to stay. You can stay temporarily until you find another job. But, like, you're not stuck. And even if you are stuck, in my opinion, doesn't give you the right to treat customers like crap because you don't get paid enough money. Yeah. Switch careers, know what I mean? I do. Like, it seems like feel sorry for me. I only make minimum wage. Like, bro, you have a choice. Everybody in life has a choice. Now, if you choose to settle for that choice, that's the different story. But, like, I don't know, man. That's how I feel about it. Exactly. He understood what he was. Right, man. I used to get so mad. I've talked about it before when I worked at McDonald's and I was a manager. I would have employees like, I only make $8 an hour. I'm not going to do too much. Like, why are you here? So a bus comes and we have to pull your weight, right? We don't even know this bus is coming. It's a surprise. And you're not going to hustle to try to get these people out even faster because you feel like I make $8 an hour. Like, come on, bruh. You're okay with making $8 an hour. You feel what I'm saying? Why do we all have to suffer because you're not okay with the amount of money you're making? And like I stated, I know we're roughly the same age, and when I first started working at McDonald's, I made $6. I wound up leaving on being a store manager in training, which ultimately paid me a little bit more. But what if I just had that mind frame? I only make $6. I only make $6. I only make, like, that's going to stop you from doing anything, man. Exactly. He understood what he was signing up for. I don't understand why people complain about a job they hate. They can just simply find. Exactly. Like, I'll tell you, like I told him, I'm an Amazon. I do hate Amazon. But what am I going to do? Just sit there and hate it? And I really, really hate just the fact that I'm on night shift. I really don't like night shift. I feel like I'm a morning shift kind of personality type of gal. But I can't go to day shift. You know why? Because where I stay at, next year my daughter goes to high school. And for whatever reason here, they have to walk. I don't want my daughter walking to high school. So I'm going to have to do something different. You feel me? I'm staying on night shift temporarily for at least 4 years or whatever till she gets her permit, starts driving. But to me, my main, I don't know, I want to say happiness is YouTube. So I'll go harder on YouTube. You feel what I'm saying? Like, everybody in life has a choice, bruh. And it's up to you to decide how long you're going to stay with that choice. That's how I feel. I don't understand why people complain about a job. Man, I don't know. Like, come on, man. You can only say something for so long. I mean, I'm sure you know, because like I said, I know we're roughly the same age. Life be going fast. You feel me? Life be going fast. So, like, that 1 year you were at that job you hate, do you want it to turn into 10 years? You got to find something different. Me personally, I said to myself, I don't know what kind of goal I was making, but I accomplished it. Shout out to me. I accomplished it. But my goal was like, man, I'm going to stay with Amazon for 5 years because you get a $2,000 bonus. And I hit that last February. So shout out to me for getting it. But I don't want to be there another 5 years. You get something at 10 years too. I think you get 4,000. I'm not trying to, hey, Shen, I ain't trying to see whatever comes at 10. I'm happy what I got at 5. I quit. Sometimes we have to do things we don't like as adults. That's part of being grown. Facts, bruh. People don't get that, man. You not just like, man, I made a video. I don't know if you've seen it, but Mr. Marcus in the building, hands to the ceiling. I made a video. I don't know if y'all pulled up on it. Mr. Marcus, tonight's topic was, what is something that makes you ick? Meaning like a pet peeve, something you don't like. That I made the example of, I hate going to like Publix and the cashier and the bagger talking to each other the whole entire time as though I didn't just put items on the belt. You feel what I'm saying? Like they never acknowledge me besides when the cashier says, you know how much grocery prices are. Your total is $2,488.85. So Marcus, not Marcus. Shan, what I was saying was I dropped a get my 4K woman. What's that mean? Play it smart, invest your money into something that's going to make you more money. People don't know that though. I understand what you're saying, Shan. Get your 4K woman was. What are you talking about, Marcus? Shan, what I was saying is that when you said sometimes people have to do things they don't like, referencing that video I just dropped, I was going to say that video I dropped, Nicki Minaj, man. Everybody are mad at Nicki Minaj because she chose to speak to President Trump about the Nigerians, you know, being unalive because of their Christian beliefs. And so she lost like over 1 million subscribers, 1 million, I think. And people are just mad because she spoke to Trump. And I'm like, bro, who else was she supposed to speak to? Clearly the Nigerian president, he can't handle it. You feel me? Who is Nikki supposed to do if she feels like it's on her heart to talk, to resolve this issue? Why are y'all mad? It doesn't matter if she likes President Trump or not. She needed a platform to express herself, bruh. Who was going to give that to her? How else was she going to attempt to, you know, fix this issue, bruh? Like, I don't understand how people be thinking. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I can't think that way. Call-ins are open, Marcus. 813-485-5549. What is an ick that you can't really stand? What is something that a pet peeve that you don't like? Rev, back in the building again. How are you doing, Rev? People are switching changeable. What do you mean by that, though, Shen? Like, what do you mean by people are switching changeable? Y'all make sure you hit the like button if y'all haven't. Make sure y'all subscribed if y'all new here. Only if y'all gonna come back. I'm not gonna be on here too long. I didn't plan on going on. Rev, you caught me slipping in my pimping, bruh. I was trying to do a video and I accidentally went live. And then I was like, well, let me go live, man. Y'all know that's where my heart is, going live. I gotta go live. That makes me feel so alive when I go live. I'm in with you on that. It just means she really never had any. Bruh, that's what I said. Shan, I said the same thing. I was like, y'all not really barbs. If y'all gonna fall out with this woman over her feeling like, I feel like God gives everybody a purpose. And I don't know. I just feel like y'all got so much to say. What was she supposed to do? Like, I feel like nobody, my religious belief or not, should be unalive because we share different beliefs. But like, my question is, what did you expect this woman to do? Who was she supposed to go through? Huh? No one has that answer. I'm with you on that. I'm good. Oh, Rev, I got an update about the cat. I'm about to enlighten you about what happened about the cat, like how her fans left her because she talked. That is childish though, right? I'm not going to follow you no more because you're talking to Trump and I don't like Trump. Do you not know how childish that is? There is a bigger problem at stake here. And y'all are like making it baseline. You feel what I'm saying? Dang, I found it icky how the news always starts with something random black guy doing evil. I never even paid attention to that, man. Is that something I should start paying attention to? Shaking my head. She has the right to voice her opinion. Exactly. I feel like I don't know. You don't got to believe in everything Nikki says. So when Nikki's beefing with somebody, y'all there. Y'all with it. But when she talks to Trump about what this issue is, y'all not with it. So the cat, Rev, we watched the Ring camera last night. The cat was outside. We can't find it, but he came up to the door for like a couple hours. And then this morning he came back. But I think about time I got to the door and opened it, I think he ran before I opened the door. And I haven't seen him since. But he is outside. He was not inside. People are selfish, bruh. A lot of people want to act like, oh, I can put myself in your shoes. People can't put themselves in other people's shoes. They say it because it sounds nice, but if push came to shove, they can't do it. Wow, I know, Rev. I know. We don't know how it got out, but it was outside. I don't know how it got outside. We don't know how the cat got outside. But my husband's like, I don't think he's going to come inside, man. We had another cat that got outside. Well, we purposely put him outside. There was reasons behind it, but he wouldn't want to come back. Now he's like, they both were unneutered. So when he got a taste of what it's like to be unneutered cat on the outside, he's like, I'm not coming back in. So we think this is what's going to happen with this cat. Because I don't know if he like ran before I got to the door, or I felt like he ran before I got to the door because I checked the ring, but it could have been afterwards, you know. I try to be real. I try to be real. Just pretend, bruh. Y'all there for the drama with Nikki, but when Nikki's speaking some real stuff, we're going to unfollow you because you're talking to someone who we don't like. That's like some first grade stuff. Yeah, I think chasing females. It's okay. We still got 3 other cats, Rev. We're good. We still got 3 other cats. Because I don't really have too much. I've been live for 134 minutes. It just got tight, Shin, or it's been tight. I got a story for you because of that, Ben. Thank you for calling that out. I hope you get it resized. I don't know how to set this story up, man, but I worked at a warehouse. At this warehouse, we made Honda reflectors that go in the front of the car. And, you know, like the red things. I don't know what they look like anymore. Like, these were those, like, this was in 2011. So these are like those 2013 Hondas. Anywho, long story short, we had the top piece and a bottom piece, and then we would have to put it inside of this thing. It looked just like an oven. but it would slide down manually. And I don't know what happened, but I forgot to put one in, and I think I forgot to put one in. I put the left side in. It's a left side, right side. I put the left side in. I was like, oh my God, I forgot to put the right side in. And I'm so like fast natured. I went to go put it inside real fast. My hand got stuck in the machine and smashed my ring on my hand. And it hurt. I ain't gonna lie, it hurt. And it's a warehouse. So we had, this was not Amazon. If we ever had an issue or something, there was like a phone by our station, like to echo across the plant. I looked at my friend. I was like, she's like, oh my God, Natalie, how'd you do that? I was like, girl, it don't matter. Like, get on the phone and call maintenance over here. My hand hurts. The ring is smushing my hand. My hand's still in the station. Like, I'm just literally stuck. I can't get my hand out. And why she ran over to the phone? Let me tell y'all what she said. I wanted to knock her out, boy. She went over to the phone and went like this. So I hear her pick it up, and then you hear it click, and then the click echoes to the warehouse. Click, 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 click. And I said, Shelby, what are you doing, bruh? She's like, well, I don't know what to say. What do I say? Natalie got her hand stuck in the machine. I was like, say whatever to get them over here. Say whatever. So they had to like cut my wedding ring off. I had to go to the, they paid for it. They cut it off, but then they put it back together. I went to the mall and they fixed it. But that's the time my ring got stuck on my hand. Yeah. And then like the maintenance man, I don't know why he didn't like me. He didn't like me. He would say stupid stuff like, yeah, we keep in mind now we in Kentucky, but this part I was working in Indiana, and it was like on the outskirts of like the country part. So there was another previous station I would work at, and he would say like, I think it bothered him. Now like me thinking, because I was like 32 then, I think it bothered him that I stood on business. Like I was just very, you know, I never like really made excuses for myself. I've always done my job the fastest way. But like previously at the last station I used to work at, he would say, you know what's wrong? You know what's wrong? He said he meant this. He meant this with his heart. If the machine went down, he would say, the machine went down because you're going too fast. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? The machine went down because you're going too fast. So like now thinking, like I said, I think that, I don't know. I think like maybe my confidence, like, I don't know. Like I've realized this in life that like my confidence like triggers people's insecurities. I didn't think he knew how to act, but he came over there and got my hand out of that machine, and you know what? You were going too fast. You're going too fast. He was a hater. Yeah. You could see, like, I don't want to say redneck, but he was like redneckish. You know what I'm saying? So I think it intimidated him. Like that's what like the biggest issue's been my whole life is like, I think my confidence intimidates people. When did this happen? Marcus, this happened like 2015, 2016. And I wound up moving and doing a different job. This other job offered me a leadership position. And you know, the plant manager came up to me and was like, oh, Natalie, he sounded, and I checked him one day. You already know shit. I checked him one day. One day I looked at him and I said, look, I don't know what your problem is with me, but you could see, you know, have you ever felt like, I don't know, maybe this is just me, because I'll talk to people about this and everybody can't feel me on this. You feel me? I feel like a lot of my life, I've been at these jobs where the seniority, not him, he was just a, I think, lead maintenance. has issues with me, and I'll be honest with y'all, like a lot of times I've never even had issues. I've never done anything for them to have these issues. Case in point, after I left this warehouse and went to a different warehouse. I don't know how I got this job at this second warehouse, but I was on Indeed, and they hired me as a lead supervisor. And it was based off of my background, because all of my background had pointed towards management. Anywho, I started working with this black lady that was the lead. I was an assistant line lead. And she wound up telling me, like, I think you're here to sabotage my shift. What? And I think it's because I walk fast, I do everything fast, like I learn fast. And so some people take that as insecurities, man. But before I went to that warehouse, the plant manager came up to me, not the maintenance man. And he was like, well, Natalie, I really hate to lose you. And I was like, bro, they're paying me $4 extra. He was like, you're really a hard worker. I would come in early for the shmoney. I was like, they're paying me, maybe it wasn't even $4 more. I think they're paying me $2 more. If you don't want to lose me, just offer me $2 more. And he was like, I cannot do that, Natalie. But yeah, I checked the manager at that warehouse and told him, like, I don't know what your problem is, but I feel like whenever you come around, there's an issue with me. I said, I've never my whole entire life of living have heard a machine broke because you're going too fast. See, a lot of people feel like they can't do what you're doing the same speed you are. That intimidates people. I had a manager at Amazon that told me, I don't know what it is about you, but I can't find anything wrong with you. I don't know, man. People be weird, bro. At least that's my case. I've always, I think, had a manager who... I've had a manager, I made a story about it on my YouTube, was trying to get me to steal money out the safe when I worked at McDonald's. Trying to give me money to go buy alcohol. And then she tried to throw me underneath the bus and said I was leaving early all the time. So, yeah, people are weird, man. No. When did that happen? When you gonna get a foot page? Oh, stop. Still in the works. Yeah, man, like, I don't know why he said that to me. Let's think reasonable, boy. You done messed up this machine because you're going too fast. What does that mean? That's like me. I hear my husband behind running the dishwater. I'm going to say, hey, you know what's wrong with the sink? You do dishes too fast. What does that mean? What does that mean, y'all? Yeah, it's been like my whole life. I think that, I don't know. Y'all got to look into numerology, man. Y'all got to look into, I think it has something to do with my numerology chart and my placement. I think that I intimidate people. Even on YouTube, when I went and did Nattober last month, when I went live for 31 days, there's people in the YouTube world that said, I'm going to burn out. I just feel like if I know my limits, how are you to tell me I'm going to burn out? I appreciate you for sending those to me. Flocka. I'm gonna put them in for my next stream, man. Y'all got anything else for your girl though? I do gotta go do the dishes in real life. Y'all never experienced things like that at work? I told you, I think I'm the only one, man. But guys, this is like my first longest stream on the computer. 1 hour and 44 minutes of talking. And I think I went live yesterday for like 3 hours. I don't know what's... Chatterbox, boy. And don't forget to download, I keep trying to say DoorDash. Golly. Donner Dash. I'm about to pull mine's back up. I'm about to pull mine's back up. I haven't played it in a minute. Yeah, I gotta do dishes, man. That's like one of my icks right there. You know, we're talking about icks, things that make me ick. If the dishes are in the sink and they're full, that makes me ick. And I was waiting on like laundry detergent, or not laundry, dish soap, dish soap. Let me get it right. So we got dish soap now. I'm about to go knock them things out. But I am going to be live again tomorrow. Oh, and I'm really feeling like this live stream like this. I know you get more views from vertical, but like, I don't know. Since I've never been on here this long, boy. So I'm feeling this one. In real life. You should be a guest on the relationship show. What topics you got? Are you going to cop that ebook that I'm going to drop on Thanksgiving or no? I just feel like I'm really good on, I'm not going to say it that way, but I know how I would like to be treated. And I think in a relationship, people only look for how they want to be treated. So they're not willing to understand how to treat the other person. So I think that's what makes me an expert on that. I think I like to look at both angles. I don't think I'm just like me, only me. No, I think like it's a relationship. It's more about me. It's bigger than me. It's about both of us. How are we going to make this work for the both of us? You feel what I'm saying? All right, man. I'm listening to you real fast, but then I'm going to dip out. I don't like dipping out abruptly. You feel me? I feel like I had to like burp or something. All right, Marcus, look like you done talking. Look like that's all you got to talk about. What does that mean, though? I think everybody needs somebody to compliment them. You feel me? I feel like everybody needs somebody to compliment them. And that's just what I think. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I was inspired by too many Disney movies. I could choose, different paths, but I don't know. I choose the right path. I'm an alien. That's what people say. Like the way I think, the way I act, the way I move is a little bit different from most people. Did you hit that like button? No. Did you hit that subscribe button? But I'm going to let y'all go. I got to do dishes in real life. I appreciate y'all being here. It means a lot. I'm going to drop a video tomorrow, I think, about why you shouldn't spend $200 on a first date. It's trending in social media that women wanted men to spend like $200 on a first date. And I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't and where you should take them on the first date. So make sure y'all pull up on that video. I'm going to let y'all go, though. All right. I hope you have a good one. Thank you for pulling up, Marcus, Rev, Block, B. Millie for the phone call. Thank you, Anna, also for the phone call. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys hit the like button. I hope you guys subscribe, only if you're going to come back. I'll see y'all in the next video, in the next live.